armed robbers and civilians. Obi a don't know aboni trimu poso obedi bone no entimi attack the bullion van. We've seen that on a number of occasions. Yehu say Nkrofo attack bullion van sika egom any idea. Now, in doing that exercise, there was a directive by the police, how do you call it, military escort team. Na wamo edi bullion van no echi. Saying say baby a bullion van no enam no ema ubia no kabia no emfa ho. Enti wa wonim enkraye udru makola koko board nim ho 2 way in 2 way out. But edru baby I say who use the road that edobe call the police headquarters now. Either so be kwakucha U10 aba and also there is a bypass about me at the era and him. Now what happened was that after said the military escort team no make that order no, there was a gentleman na washe mufti. Na washe mufti no sana abrantie no police CID no so juma the police headquarters regional headquarters. Enti eno na wo hwe no TV so bra Facebook na bra be join us live na ma o messages no embra me check your story name said e be ya obeti ase. Now abrantie no na wo yusu moto o she mufti on she police uniform. Enti at the time a military escort team no eka say ema obia endi bullion van no echi baby a bullion van no any military escort team no or pick up no and no maka bia na motorbike bia mfa ho no because abrantie no year juma the regional police headquarters na wono no corner office no the same stretch of road anana wobeteme afa. Now the indications and the allegations were that the military escort team no didn't know say abrantie no police officer, and they were not happy with the fact say one more order say a motorbike na car bia no endi baby a one nam no money bullion van no nam no echi but yesterday no as a abrantie no so to speak say wo ya so brachi so ye den yo waba ababedi that lane no so ebi. So the military started say one more confronte abrantie no. There was some level of malhandlings a course. So those are the allegations. The police is here to ascertain the full proof of evidence with those claims. No. Now, in the course of it, indications are say abrantie no show the identity say or your police officer. Juma the police headquarters. In fact, when you CID, we understand also say abrantie no show the ID card just to prove say CID. Now, military for no MV, then they arrested after say one more handle no kakra no, they arrested him. Now, arresting him weird, one do police headquarters then him no. And say one the abrantie no kwakoma police for. And the one do hona abrantie no so police for no colleagues no mo ye police for no ehu kwanya ya handle abrantie no and afi eno so trigger police for no in their own offices. And Richard, my video no first one no the other by no connect me pe baby a wo free offices no yard name eba entrance no my video no embra join you live on Facebook. Now we are giving you a background to this. And at that point I who said yes, and this is it. This is the police headquarters, the regional police headquarters for the Greater Accra region. Mami who inside Hodier no. And this is the point. At the time, police for no, yes, and this is police for no, who said one more back, one more PF, one more yard in their numbers. The Accra Regional Police Headquarters, one more officers, no, who will screen, as say, at the time, I want who say military for no, Eddie, one munipano, bemu, na one more share, and who the circumstances are, one munipano, under no. Then they also gathered in their numbers, a woman so able penny, military for no. Now, Richard Yanko. Where entrance in the no.
Kessben.
This is it. The Accra Regional Police Headquarters. Any entrance in here. Hana obefa the Rural Police Station. Okay, offices be regional command offices. And this is what happened. Police for so by they were not happy with the situation. I know what they abrantie no afaso. And confrontations no estate right from the Accra Regional Police Headquarters. Office anymore, their main gate, their main entrance, and why pepe and a confrontations, a phrase here. Rich man, my videos, nonco. So this is what happened. Anna Edidimo, then the issue moved, yes, and to say no, Ababe a fight between the police and then the military escort team. Now the question I ask is that the purpose for which a military escort team no ekoko ye di omo ye no at the time as anyama we nyina no ekoso na bullion van no wo hefa. It is a video ni mu a who say bullion van ya park here in China kakra. So it defeats the purpose. Now we were in this country some time back. I think the last 2 years or say. And you say armed robbers. Aqua rob bullion vans. Bank of Ghana issued directive. My fa one bank be uncle to bullion van there. I don't know be boa as a procure as safety. Okay. Now yes still sadia no and see. Ama de ekoso egusu a ekoso. Now the misunderstanding, couldn't the military and the police have handled these issues and not ekoso no in a different way and edidi muma ya babedru baby a yedre. Mamini detective Nana Appiah any enkomo wono a retired police officer. Nana anope what make a good morning and pombo there.
Mini Appiah me Joso. Now sir.
Erade adome hoye na ze se osika ba yentime wonkai me.
Kessben. So say uko kumasi dia na esa nema mu yenti no.
Me no na tenka ya me ko kumasi dia.
Oh, okay. Ya me ask.
Uni ayira ya no.
Mate minia.
Very well. But minim say videos are circulating no what hu be. Yes. Your impressions and your take on it. First of all, now I think yemra into the details.
Yeah, me that's me chat with you for. Me jidi is mahubi na ayadea Ukraine and some fasa. Just nia yen hwehwe na yen pese ya bihu ne yebeti. Any say soldier, any police. Beka omo ho asiani e won tokwa kwan so. Na ase public omo egu omo ho animu ase no kure ni nyame animu di. It doesn't picture well for the image of both the police and the military. In my opinion, I think it needs to be condemned and measures need to be in place as soon as possible so that all of these rivalism and war, I think
do we have that level of rivalism between the two?
Of course, it has been there for a long time.
I see.
Now, near Mbwa NSA, when it is a duty of a police and when it is a duty of a military, there should be a distinction for the two until say both command at say we are doing collaboration to ensure that operation that we are conducting is both police and military. But we have seen recently that bullion vans are being escorted by military all over the place. And that smacks on the integrity of the police. Ideally, by the constitution and by the internal rules, it's supposed to be the duty of the police.
The escort of the bullion van, no?
Of course,
okay.
It is the duty of the police. And are we saying, the police have become so loose, such that there can never be strategic measures to counter criminals in this country, and so now we have to resort to the use of the military. I think that alone, it undermines the confidence of the police, and it doesn't augur well. So the psychology of the police and the military, sometimes they need to play superiority over the other. This want to see that I am superior to you, and that want to see that I am superior to you. Of course, that will continue to bring this sort of conflict that we've been seeing, and not now. It's been there for quite a long time.
Now, I don't bro my dream because in terms of functions and a Juma SSMO military function and the armed forces function clearly defined in our constitution, and then act establishing at the end extra Juma SSO. Now, when it comes to internal matters and peace and security, safeguarding the protection of life and properties, it is the duty of the police. And internally there, as I say, police and a young boy. Now, the clearer distinction about unless ebia internally there's a joint force operation mo kasa mo invite military force o make come hona monye now where from the bravado also videos are yehu ni bia with the narration ayenya so far say military no obi twimoto edi omwachi he was warned not to follow them near there one watch no excuse me to say one mo de omnsaki kan kakra enti one mo handing over to the police na police ne so ehun say sa nipa na one mo aye ne sa ne yo mo nipa is that the best way anankese say police no confronting the issue and especially when military no edi nipa no eba within your own yard?
Well, military Sauchi Obi now who identifies as a police near. In the first place, regardless of offense, an answer from so Nipanaye. So I identify as a police in Impo. You don't need to touch the fellow. Even if it's a civilian and watching across or bonia. And that's all doing Sakano Embono. Two wrongs does not also make a right. It doesn't also mean say police knows a right to be also attack military. No. In fact, both institutions have superiors at all material time. No, but beyond military, beyond police, there is a leader. Exactly. There's a senior man, and they're in charge of the two. Institution. No, immediately could put their heads together and make sure say the issues have been resolved. And not about confrontation and not about fighting that will resolve. It rather will deepen the cracks and it will lose the confidence and the trust between the two institutions. In my opinion, I think that there should be a lot of strategies to, call the two together. And it's been there for a long time. For me, the top hierarchy of the military and the police, they know, say, that rivalry is there. And,
rivalry, no, maintain me who say no, police adwuma a ye different, so jadi a ye different. Enti di enti e wo se sa de no ntawantawa no ewo in the first place. And no na mentia here.
Well, there's a lot of factors. One of the basic thing na ba ma omu nyina hu ni say adwuma ye the duty of both no as a constitutional and police for no hu ni say o ma adwuma o mo ye wo Ghana no.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be more riskier, they are more exposed and they are more visible than the military. And so it boils down to even getting into their salary structure. And they sometimes complain. And all of these things are factors are a boom. And the military also feels they also have a lot of duty, risk, and then war front and all of that. Which the police also say, we also perform the same duty. When it is conflict in Boko, conflict in anywhere of the country, we see both police and military. And what makes this thing continuously get deeper and deeper is the fact that the disparity always comes when authority are deciding on what is the remuneration for this and what is the remuneration for that. And then also, that aside, when they meet to perform duties, what needs to be set clear is the military always see themselves as they have specialized kind of training. And so they're supposed to be, superior. They're supposed to be given that.
The commanding roles, no?
Exactly.
Okay.
And the police also feel that, look, the Constitution gives us the mandate, the jurisdiction that we also have the power and we're supposed to be in charge and not you. And at the end of the day, we make sure that the police also want to take that commanding role. So mostly it happens. I have experienced quite a number of them that I realized it wasn't good. And I think something should be done about it. Something radically should be done about it from the national security point of view, from the police council, from the military council. And we can talk to them and make sure that these things doesn't occur, because it occurs one too many. And what it does is that the confidence for the public and the citizenry in both institutions will continue to drain.
But then, Sana ye Canada, who joint operational, senior police officers, and a commander. We have seen some Operation Calm Lives. Okay, Osha sa operation na a soldier, any military, the Cabo mo a year. It was very peaceful. At some point, we saw the high hierarchy of the police. So one more commander in that operation. And the unity ought to be established. Now, the question again maybe Sano and say, who determines the salaries? Now, salaries, the stations ought to be clear because Obiani in the Juma warrior. So ni peacekeeping. Police in so edu baby amusumu to be peacekeeping. Yet me invite him any idea. Yes. So all those things, modalities ought to be clear. But say anya clear, why should they descend that low to this level? Public etwa mo ho ahia na moko as a 1-for-1. Hana mo betre de ho dey and de ho nya dey. I mean, how should Ghanaians see these two major institutions?
Well, that is why I'm worried because the Ghanaian confidence needs to be very strong in these two institutions. But in terms of remuneration, like I was saying, it has a lot of psychological impact because if the two of us meet, and I think I perform more duty and I'm more risky, I'm more visible, more exposed than you, and you take more than me, definitely I won't be happy with that kind of friction that it will be created. And so, though it is determined by the government, I mean, the authority, Ghana Police Council and the Military Council, they make proposal to the authority and then either it will be accepted or it will not be accepted. It comes from the hierarchy. But like I'm saying, it is psychologically warfare. That's when it happens. It impacts on both institutions when they meet, especially the junior ranks. You don't see this much happen among the senior ranks. It happens among the junior ranks, and that is where they exhibit that kind of inferiority, psychologically weakness and all of that, because when they meet, their mind get back to, oh, I have been doing this and you are this now. How can you, a military soldier, private soldier, your salary is bigger than even a police inspector?
Nana, Obiade the open or choose you, Anna. Mimeti as a person we call military. I know the requirement of military for here. Me person me call police. I know. And to what call Remunu, you ought not to think so because one kasa and I would decide which one of them our person will be part of.
Well, the cardinal point is that at the eve of the introduction of the single span salary, when it came, I mean, it established equality, that they were all put almost on the same level. That when you see a military private soldier and you see a police constable, at the time you see that they are on the same scale. All of these institutions, they are all under capacity. And so they believe that that's supposed to have continued. But unfortunately, things have gone the other way around as we speak. That is the decision and the discretion of the authority. But I am saying it on authority, even though I am no longer in the service. I can tell you that has got a lot of impact on the psychological situation of the police personnel. And they are murmuring, they have a lot of issues, and they have a lot of concerns that I believe they have to talk about it. Regardless, before coming into 2020 election, there was this salary that was paid to the police. Eventually, it was taken away, and the military, their own, was maintained. All of these are significant factors that need to be considered and that need to be addressed. And if that is done, I believe that situation that always occur, we can address it. However, when there is operation like Operation Calm Life and all of this, the superiors, they meet, and like I established earlier, the rivalry doesn't exist much among the superior officers because they understand themselves, they know themselves. But the junior ranks, that is where when they meet, these issues keep occurring. And I think say to me, okay.
Nana, just so mommy, Nana, a retired police officer. Nana, but your rank Ben do answer now retired.
Me do sergeant, man, come baby, but just sergeant, over 10 years.
I see. Just so mommy, let me speak to your colleague on the other line. Now, so Dr. Sadiq Aduchum, also Ubi also retired from the military. Good morning, we are working there.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, we are fine.
Nyamiadum announce.
Eradiadum, Besumehoyapa. Security experts from the no amunina no free service name. Now, Sadiq Aduchum, identity as I say, similarly as a military no, Makaka Bensema Moya and as a also too much.
Yo, Mr. Speaker, my main chair with you for Nayana Fakan was there. Faka was a military near our retire, not and so a media person, our mountain here.
I see, Mamitio.
All right. I think, sir, in the first place, no, let me say, sir, it's a shame. It's a very big shame. Since I started making information and I started making calls to one or two senior officers, even within the police and then within the military, and I think I'm saying it's a shame, and I'm repeating it that it's a shame. If we share all the security threats that the country face here, we don't need this kind of attitude in moving forward to protect the integrity of this country. Say, my question now maybe can say, where is comradeship? Say, can't comradeship and no where is the respect for individual services? Where is it? We have lost it, and it's a shame. I'm repeating it again. Now, the constitutional has set up both the police service and then the military. And then within the military, you have the three arms: the infantry, the navy, and then the air force. So even if we call the Ghana Armed Forces more, a Juma Air Force ni air sonko, a Juma Navy ni air sonko, a Juma infantryman air sonko. And no crime no the same way no. Obianim nishesu any Juma soji. Na police any military. Sa intawanta waya. It is just a sign of power play and lack of comradeship, and also a different communication gap. Na adia mimiane kan ye mamintia e nanapia wakasa ma maniaji pa no pay na adeba ko a eye ma reho ni say, and I want to speak to the other rank, because mimiane can say the superior officers don't do that. Why? A didn't the superior officers na enyata na eba other rank, because me I was an other rank, and I am proud say na me your other rank and say na me fi edwuma mu, and then enam nim die a ye wonti no ene ntiase a yenya e wade fense bambo nchenti yetumi ni sa ye mpenifo a yenye omu di nkomo ma mo tiase hu se ye other rank no so kwa omuso bo onim die ewo nyoma bi ewo mu a etese so why should the other ranks always have that kind of offense, confrontation? Why? What's the problem? Indeed, I think say Obi Biara Otie Kessben, we are police, we are soldier, we are immigration officer, we are prison officer, we are fire service. What you need to do is that, as a matter of urgency and reorientation of the mind, the other ranks' behavior should change. They should change. The other rank should change his behavior. At every point in time, there's a deployment. There's a senior man. Even if unya private soldiers miensa, now for small one, private soldiers no. So the same intake in poor. There's a senior man.
Okay.
And see, where is the leadership? Actually, this no way ever. And I think that, Mr. Speaker, I'm saying that it's a shame on the military and it's a shame on the police, especially where even the incident happened. It's a shame. Many salaries at every point in time. Sewusha Juma military D, Juma police D. Internationally, there's nowhere the military and the police will meet. So Mujuma, the police will take superiority over the military. It doesn't happen. Rare case scenario. Say, a cooperation. Next particular operation I kono. Eba say, a military for my operation. The other one a sergeant. Now me fan say police officer, police for now chief inspector. There's a due respect. The master chief inspector to lead that particular operation.
Okay.
Because the chief inspector's rank is higher than the sergeant of the military. That's one. In the rare case scenario, that due respect is given. But nationally, and everybody should get it right. Nationally, there is no superiority that the police will have over the military. So the IGP is the number one person in his own confine within the security apparatus in the country. As that, but if Okosia CDS, there's an overriding seniority that takes place, and they understand themselves. They know this one. This one, any can say operational issues. It shouldn't come. Salary. They are all year Juma. That is why you did single span salary nearby to clear most of the disparities. So that the salary nearby, no, single span salary nearby, no, cano, or more top, no, cano, more baby, or more down, no more than a bomb, apart from the pyramid, no. Into I don't feel at the airport, so not a yakitwa. Into the other rank, no, was placed well. But, yeah, Kase, a bit to a bringing now, you said the risk factor. Omunyinano omu fesina ehu be hia se mpenifo no be hye na omu ama omu welfare no ehu nsem no atoyie se na be obetimi eyi omu yem anasa omu be ejuma. And I don't think say salary, if salary is an issue between the police and then the military, then I think say there's a misplaced priority on the part of each of the arm, because obi ani na ejuma nko. But yehu say the UN requirement say the ratio of civilian to police need new. And you know, sometimes we need the other services. It's not any military, migrating, prisons, and the rest. We are a joint operation to achieve a particular tactical aim. What I say, internally, why don't we rather say we will come together as two security agencies and then fight for a common cause? And I say, the military and then the police has a salary adjustment. That's a Kobase military for the police body. What is the responsibility of the IGP and his team to ensure that the what is due them? And that's one I am saying, sir, my brothers and sisters who are other ranks should not do this kind of things, because I have been on a program one. The same way for instance, a senior officer raised that issue, and I was very angry with the senior officer. Sir, when they deploy these people and they go to the behavior that comes up, it doesn't come from the office. It comes from the other rank. So why can't the other rank change their behavior? ID card. Oh, sorry. I don't want to change ID card in Pontem. And I think I would need to some signal, because we also have our own
way of communicating. Okay.
And no, a science. The civilian will not understand. We know all of this, and so you could even make a sign to the people to know, oh, you are one of us. And let me say that, look, about communication, internally, the police has the authority to control the internal affairs. Yeah. And sometimes we need to submit and subject ourselves to their internal operations.
Okay.
However, say baby, na say BBC, na say police na say identifying one. Mr. Speaker, my member police for battle. I have had serious encounters, and the police need to even arrest me per se. But the moment I'm never identifying me, the level, the kind of communication you have with them, and more comrades, sorry. And sometimes you need to apologize to them. Oh, sorry for making you even waste your fuel for maybe private chasing me now. It is communication, and I think that we need to learn that level of communication within the service. Now who say we are comrades, so there's no need. And I'm I said this is a shame in the 21st century, given the current security situation in this country. You build the civil military relationship. You build the police civilian relationship. Now, you build the civil security relationship, and we are doing this. We are undermining the credibility, the confidence that the people have in us. We are actually derailing it, and I feel sad, and I am pained as somebody, a man who was in uniform, looking at this kind of situation.
Very well. But in recent times, I don't know. I don't get it. As a military, Bibia na mubuefu. Now, in the situation, a brand here do now will use motorbike. Even though Mama orders a mobia falena, mokano, and then the bullion van no and namso just for security purposes. But se nipa no krano afa honoma. the mishandling of the people. Recently, Maakye Shaman, you got the public backlash. Still, no, as a military, no, Mugusua Moyesa. As I say, no, Mother first civilians, ni mudodo. Yenim sen kamuso the barracks na kamotie. And kamun shut down Mekromusa.
Yes, I think it's a factor. I think it has a one in soon so senior sa embreno because of the level of security issues within the sub-region and then within Ghana and how as I say all the agencies need to come together now we stabilize the country. No, we see more of police, military operations and the deployment of the military as a backup to the police. However, Mr. Speaker, my main concern should be say all the services need reorientation of the men.
Okay.
I had a program at Alisa Hotel earlier this year, and I was on the platform with Bombandi, Mr. Bombandi, and one of the things at that table so I had discussing a civil security relationship. Say woman obi order, and I said bibi because na say nipa no ye asobrachim poa. And yes, sir, woman handle nipa no. There is no way that should say if we brutalize nipa no. You were quite a first one. You did that initial interrogation. Say unya butre in a split second. Now we have proper initial interrogation now. Senya yenyano identify or identify in itself no. There was no need. But we have this senseless display of power. Uniform no, and these days we are even the kind of recruitment we are doing. Let me tell you that I have had discussion with some people. Some people are even now using the uniform to settle scores.
I see. Before I say well, Babe say uniform no, obi ano anyone talk and obi say uniform no, no ekwa face it off because they say we are a military officer, right?
Yes, we have had some in some communities where people go and brutalize people. Yes, maba. All this is part of the reorientation of the kind of training we give to the people. And I'm saying again that the other rank is supposed to know better in the 21st century. Their officer, and you know, the other rank is not supposed to do.
Okay.
Now, you made mention of Ashaman. Ashaman issue is an isolated issue because the powers that be from the defense deputy defense minister or stating categorically said the Ashama operation was a sanctioned operation. A operation a year in Penifosa a shot here. Now, and yes, or more say, Table to fight or more quack bro, Yemianum, or more, and that's almost all preoccuped. And a series of tactical, operational, informational, and I'm working in our boom, and they realize they need to sanitize that system. In sanitizing such a porous area, no, and yet they are nipa bakwana minubi or moveka, and say, oh no, yet they are chapa at the Bema, Yenianoma or Muwakano, or Mumfa and check Yenianum after or Mufa and Chom. Na ebi musukura so efre say da ben ena omba be dis adwuma no mame nka nche opi Mr. Speaker dwuma esi wa chairman no woni anko bi edi nkomo a omunya esese sa tulaku. There are certain hotspots they need to sanitize the system because on the back of terrorism and violent extremism it is a danger for Ghana itself.
Okay.
So
my last question, no, and sir. Now, if you continue to mix up more meddle in the affairs of the civilian, now mama police no anya womo adwuma said the SSS womo ye no. And kakran the prestige associated with the military uniform, the confidence associated with the military uniform, any GD Ghana for ewo womumono. Now, if that faith and confidence, you derailed, now you free honoma. What then becomes of Ghana's military? And how then will you be able to protect the same citizens? For which reason? Makwahu training, Maya de Santa Rieno, Ede Ashemo.
I think.
Kessben.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
I think that it is at this a young way, yeah, baby, do make cases to you. Now, we share the threat levels at Ghana, a faces here. A baby memohano. We share
Kessben.
TBA Ghana womb to see, and Ghana and Ababaye, and the sort to see one country standing alone as a hope within the West African sub-region. Because West African sub-region, almost most of the country, you see almost look with the operations of extremist groups and the terrorist groups, almost Ghana na Ababaye I regime my Yama a bibimemu hapwa. Tebete Frache Amanonifo Meche development partners. Crown to see an almost pump a lot of money into the Ghanaian system. Able to me secure Ghana and even help the other countries. So maybe me restore all the turbulency and the distractions are el coso el minimum. Now you be this argument, you to me for police reform in this argument. I think for me, it is even an opportunity for the military say that level of professionalism now, any credibility, the confidence now, you want one. You call Amanone for your operations are bring now you decline. This is a test of time, say. You bet me a chair, Sadian and Gasa Ewa Yememu. Now, me case to be say the credibility and the confidence of the military will always be there, but the people themselves need to see it as an opportunity. Say, Omo to me, I handsy no more DP, sir, credibility and sir, confidence now. Yes, civilians at the moment. So it is a very good opportunity and it's a very good exercise. Say the military hierarchy and if my former father, my former commanding officer, who is now the CDA, I think say it is an opportunity for them to reorient the other ranks. Now, who say, mix up with the police to do their work. Eno interest omunkoji police pojumanye as I say omoma respect ebem omuta ekofo no mienu no mu na atinsu omunya ade afenso obuo ede matimemu manfo no oso omunya obodi momo na omudi omudi nsawoso yie na ommo omo hu ban yie na afinso civilians nso a omo so omo sori a na omo attack afenso police for any military for any other security service personnel nso and so omo so omo hu say and so omo so omo ja sa anyoma no. Now together, no, you better build the security, given all the threat levels are EFT or main musician. Baby, now Koda no mother, who Koda now would die, no. Why not? Edina ho Emma Wunya can die ye. I said, Wunya be, who could be, who mammy be, who papa be, who papa be, na Edina ho. And see, as I say, yet this are Obono at the moment. Now, Obono so, a friend say, why would I attack? Even though so much have been one minute tax now, yes, we had the chalk, I'm also some minor, as also the Obo at the matter for no, able to me a kind of boom, not Yama or mine on the bamboo, a CP, a sita. Now the Biara away in Tiapano, yet to me, I think I be in for 104 and to me, Bob. Yes, I know, Ababe, Adia, and Nia to myself, I know information can ever flow. Ama yet to me, the Digiman, yes, anchor, into Mr. Yempeni for IGP. CDS, controller, all the service top hierarchies. No, I think that as a matter of urgency, they need to come together and ensure that some of these things do not happen again.
Okay. Nana, but what's the hello, Nana.
Speaker, Mr.
Okay. The Obeka chat what's your yesterday? The Obeka chat or not your fancy?
Major is a minute in a year. I didn't say. or calling for the reorientation of the military. No, I would also urge the Director of Administration, Ghana Police Service, the IGP, no, so say, I mean, the psychology of the police need to be tuned very well. I agree with him, sir. And I'm no junior ranks, no, yana, omupia bontia, at omu refu omu. Enti breni brebiano, yema omu sans, kasachire no ne, enti tiano a chere baby, I wouldn't be no. So long as you wear the Ghana coat of arms, no dear. Ujina o minor namunti, sao buono, and it's sad distinction, no, as I said to me, a man about not even witness civilian term. What can be, I think that's very, instructive enough. So we are building police civilian relationship and military civilian relationship globally. That is the nature and the dynamics of police as we speak and security in general as we speak. And Mijidi say, Yenino, Yamaya Junkona, Yesino, and Pennyfonction and Manimuyano, Omonfre, now Omoncasantre, Apanumi, and I believe that we can forge ahead to safeguard the peace and security of Ghana.
Okay. Nana, Mamina was say, Anope, Rosade, Mamina was say, Anope. I'm grateful for it. Okay. And Sadiq Adichum and I think so Nana Appiah and many or more Edin Komodo bringing us to exactly 8:15. This is Kessben 92.9 Kessben television live across the country and Anope Wosha Yejumediano Medase Enche Abidafo Atenase Ayabeshe and Komodieno Ase na Afe Yashwese dear Kosu Ghana no Nina no Ebeko Aquaco Caesar. Machi Jumedi Esune. O messages no about Bibre. Capito Patriotic Voices sends this one in or say in fact this is not fair and not good at all for our country. Why is our security personnel fighting in public like that? I still don't understand. They need to change because it's too bad and a disgraceful one for our state. Capito, thank you for a message, we say, good morning, Speaker. Please, the president must come out and condemn both military and police. Yao, anyway, for pram, Anna, Ede, Abba, Yao, thank you for a message, good morning, Mr. Speaker. We need peace in this country from Sylvester, Ochri, aka Dada, Pokiase, Anna, you send that one in. Medase, Dada, any message, thank you very much. And video no now here. Good morning, Mr. Speaker. I really like what you are wearing. In fact, this country is a disgrace. How can the security agencies who are protecting us as civilians turn themselves to be fighting themselves? Showing of bravado is what is causing them this great shame. God save us in our country. Nana Sari Bafo sends that one from Amasaman. Nana Sari Veda say any message, Amasaman for no pay yachamunina. There is a restriction of the use. There's a restriction on the use of military uniforms and Equipment Act, Act 1967. Please read this, Mr. Speaker. Appiah sends that one in from Sunyane. Appiah, thank you. Mehu act in the crowd, no dada, ente medasepa for the prompt. Good morning, Mr. Speaker, and thank you for the good work you are doing for Mother Ghana. God richly bless you. Mr. Speaker, I don't even understand why Ghanaian leaders are not able to tell the truth about the LGBTQ plus issue. They should stand for the truth and the right thing must be done because Ghana will not die but survive. Greetings to the incoming parliamentary candidate for Upper Dentra West, Diaso, in the person of Honorable Rudolph, Odro Stephen, the way every don't call nothing, and what they Abba and pay. Odro, thank you. I say, can I get your WhatsApp line, please? Bebo number ni BM Ede Amamo na afimotimi ehun. Enti Bernard Odro Techi, a member of the NDC's communication, member of the NDC, Fachame, and was also a chartered economist. Na watinasi anope wanono kwa bruchira waba. Ko holiday nti wabaze block one ho anope me didi feche Mama Julius anope me didi feche
wabe di e be ti
ka ko abroche na ba yo boss aba
we dey abanga o abanga obi abi didi feche
you ti akwa abroche aba ti me didi feche
is a slogan ba ko enam kroma former president Mahama follow who no road.
Oh, that.
Say follow who no road.
And you knew quite
only a dinachi. And did you be a kind of say follow who no road?
I see.
Mahama knows Robia Bedi di Peche.
Oh, that.
And I say about Bema, Ghana for a day in your salatiful. And yes, I am Koesa Kawa Mafia Group. A bayu beer, because I'm this egalitarian party. It's a party for everybody. In Ghana for a more chairman, the Mamen Chairman, I mean, chair party penning for na national chairman down to branch executives. Meaning himself, my President Mahama campaign told no Kosovo Central region. And now one of the presidential aspirants, I withdraw from the race.
Yeah, I do support Mahama.
To back my President Mahama. You don't change a winning team. And you see, when you flog a dead horse, you waste your energy. I have said and I repeat it. In life, when you flog a dead horse, you waste your energy. It's good for democracy, but democracy must not defeat logic. Logically, and I'll repeat it, I say, if you put a combined effect of Mohammed New Biafra and any religious said by the intra NDC affairs, JDM will be that person. It will maybe I let the science speak to you. NDC is a monolithic party by evolution.
But just what could come baby say about NDC mo na Jesus Christ grab a contest Mahama be winning Jesus Christ in the NDC.
Say yes, Ubani party BM. On say yes, Christo.
Ubani party
BM. No, you're not doing say untia futu no beko contest the obelusu. NDC intra on the Mahama kwa. Say yes, Christo bano kasi. Say yes, Christo free. Ne home tibia no de course right himemu no. No, you're not doing say on fire course right himemu biu na mu. Obeya man yosemwa. In 2 years, Christopher say, NDC intra first in quad, no, Mahama Kubi. But yes, Christo telling what son a day called heaven. Not on your politics, they are on Mahama Kubi heaven, first our heaven. But so, by NDC moon, all the 16 constituencies near Cass and 5 ballot boss in Siho. Yes, Christo said they were Benny Party BMU on fire and call heaven. Obelusu.
I see.
Then a clear.
But country muboko there.
And no so interested Dr. For me. You never know could you boost yen tata omo. Ye mo be a no smoothness level. Mo bianca sentia omo. My preference is for JDM, but I will never in any way speak ill of the two because you see, after this intra contest, there's a bigger elephant to chase into the forest. And a man focus chasing the elephant into the bush. There be the bush is a bush naira. Quite on Ben on my we are quiet in I say Atimota Forest a yaira forest be on beto yeno era and say no the ultimate goal of the NDC is to join forces after May 13th to chase the elephant into the forest. Okay. And to more bianca sentia do for na kojo bum so say omon sem fata omon so se fata but akonwa we dey wallahi papa nafa
Meda se bioti basa so about so but for me nyadwuma just under 3 minutes e wo ahoma de sombra na membra Julius so Raymond Kuma dodo na friend no Ocheman a member of the team Edema BMW I'm told so organizer okay BMW no one more launching and what BMW it means Bawumia must win I don't know a project youth no afa e dia to omo so Ocheman good morning Kessben so dey saying
morning,
Upon Boko, I was what to say
about the other woman on Bible to me, Papa. Let's say, my chief for any other 4 and another pay on my day on my video at Kessben. Kumasin and cry, there be a good Mechobia.
Obian so edge. So, first of all, Bawumia must win no a Kuobe na and Tiere say, I no pay more lunches. Kui.
I mean, and Bawumia must win no a Mebuno. I believe in new generation agenda. Omo nyina come ho abom. Na mo pese there's something new ever happen in Ghana ha. Obia wo be ofie bi mo ye carpenter for, bi mo ye mason for, bi mo ye lawyers for, bi mo ye doctors for. They say obia wo mo bi. Na ya ka ye ho abom say Yewura Mahmoud Bawumia, the campaign na oba be ye no. As volunteer group ye ba be support home. Actually, delegates, I believe in the new generation. Actually, the amount. I don't think I can the new generation. And then, Osha mobile money interoperability. Your focus see. And I mean, on TSA. But I idea a boy, my Ghana. You can students, loan affairs, quite so called the guarantor now the number.
and then unya Ghana card, unya Okoya, NHIS, first, I saw Cosella, so I could win, and then Ufos no winning. It was the Abbe for Pidina by and the Yamabuna boy.
Okay.
It's Yakaya Wabum say, for me, this volunteer group to support Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. You know, we are going to do that, and then the year lunch group. Now, and then, Meno Kase, a Nipan, a beef, Atoye, and a four, the baby. Omubunkam eba natho mini ensewani ense okache
I say and jumadi no e koso e wo natho asase dada ana time be na mo shase
jumadi na nkasa de no ndu ene ne mpa mu ye shase but aye me wonwa say I don't know say Kessben mu kan na ama nkofo start ba ntem sa dia is good papa it is that be o hwe me say o be hwe nkofo a tupi e ba bra adwene ntiase so na ho na ya kwade no so muso obi obaba bia bekom obi obaba bia enti se me ka ye say you Mahmoud Baumia agina ho ma the new generation now believe say Ghana ha enye say obi ba say ye ni mo frediti ye obi mu ache that be and no ma ye break 8 years that but ye the new thinking, the new generation, the new movement. And no, and Maya breaking the new, breaking the 8.
Okay.
When we continue to do the old thing, we will get the same results. But if we change to the new level, we'll get the new results. The new result is breaking the 8. And if you want to break the 8, we break the 8 with Dr. Mahmoud Baumia.
Yes, but finally, no, Ochiman, more budget na circulate on social media, Nana.
Oh, yeah, really, I can, and then quite have Mrs. Budget.
Budget a modi lunch and no ana.
Is the answer and the prayer what Ghana?
Yeah,
and then say, Obi idea. No, be a stretchy, no, a plan is also saying, but winning. One thing, Christopher, they say, Uncle, say, Obi, I say, all sell no, maybe do Yammy a day. Eh, bro, me no can say, I had for any you to the Jessica. I said, me no can say, yes, I pay more. Am I in no more beba? I said, you, Obi, I want one of you, but to be a man. You cry a piece come more, and to be you know, can say, so worry the boy of Pamela. Budget me and phobia said, I don't want to trim. I'm pen PPA. No more pretend to say they buy a check. And they say, no, my old thing, and they are continuing to do the old thing. And the mistake that they are doing now, when you have that result 4.7, they will get that 4.7. So they should continue and do that old thing. Me only say, also pay Ken as someone. But talk Ken. Oba mobile be Opa Alan sama but Alan Oba memo. Now who say, about me for your idea. Now I got transfer, no I call your budget. Budget I mean to carry me who be that. Mean be that. Now they are about to end. Sabi you are carpenter for your message for your shoemakers for ya quiet day support to Mahmoud Baumia. You better just go away. Now one going to better go away, my. Okay.
Mami now I say, Ochiman, we wish you well. Bibi
answer me. I'm so made I say. Now me catch Kessben for a Kessben there. Say no, obi achi. Me say, when you are mumbra, boy chidom. Na jumedie no enko ye no mu say. We are changing from the old generation to the new generation. Breaking the 8 no is possible with Dr. Mahmoud Baumia.
Meda say, Ochiman, a organizer, Edema, Ekua, woman from BMW. Baumia must win. I don't know who say, you're there to Facebook and they will screen no, as you know. You know, watching
with a quick bite. Say, MPP as quick, 30 seconds.
Medio.
BMW no Baumia must win. Baumia must wait.
Who kind of
yes, son, Tiela, said the woman say I fasi in yade. Nankuma chase badu de ade. Mahama ne Baumia na yesrim for say mama mre mu no panyi ne di kan. Enti Baumia must wait for Mahama to go first. Enti ni woman say I fasi in yade. Enti sade no mo launching na Baumia must wait no mo launch. Or more launch to tell the world they say. There is a senior northerner called John Dramani Mahama. And within the northern culture no se panin koya ni woman saya wo fase ani ade e na se badu nkromati asen so badu medi ade hey asembe na wo kan
bi wati da we ye efie ntokwa wo mo se ba omi amaso wo se ba omi amaso
wait me I'm taking it in the broader perspective.
I see
that within the northern culture wo ko northern for amamre mu a se nkromati ase badu ni ade ana uni one man matter ho also of us media there enye adwuma enti nene they are launching Bawumia as wave after 2032 nti Mahama di wie na de beji wan DC di wie afa ni consider no
me da say Julius match me bia boko there
Mr. Speaker bia boko nyame adom ahoden wo ho Edi nyame asen so say
bi o ti kwa broche nti o so mesra si and never will be at so kwa broche
and our way and so on our camera also be already di peche
one some but me am sweet
I don't know be already di peche
be already say o cause ne ho ayefe kama o share ne share tawa bo na say
so akwa
e bi say e koyi ankasa ite na de ye breakfast na lunch na ewone so you Mr. Speaker you better say na yichi ampeni for minchia ye party national chairman general secretary na ya me national communication director Richard, of course the regional communication director and the gallant communication officers across the various 275 constituencies and all the communication team nina michia obi biara me say kakanka krobi abɔ ne ho modern say yebetimi abɔ abano ejuma dia odi hu de ruachre Ghana for na yetimi amagana for hu botaya abano eye de beboa oman na nkasa ntine de bia no na minya akwanya na michia omo then again nso na endra so ye His Excellency President Akufo-Addo Adodankwa aka Adudi and na any birthday me say nyame I de nimfie ni bi aka ne ho nimfie nso akwanim pa Mr. Speaker enye easy de bia ya na ye mmebu ni ehwe se ye besi akrakra ye ho na yankopon so ehira ye wo infio de ama ye president. It has not been easy but ojinane na so oye den oguso a ekun say at the end of the day no Ghana be fan into my pay from say na ni so ade hu aka onimfie mienu mu ye dan ni mu ani say Ghana must come back to pre-COVID levels. Since no ani eguswa ye ejuma se bibia be koso kama.
Very well, me that say enti I don't pay yes say na ye ni enkomo. We'll begin with and your money be brand ha akoso within the week now elections in parliament akofa nsembebre na no about the visit of the vice president of America at nsembebre na no but just a quick bite on a year and the differences are ever between the military and then the police and what we saw on social media, the exchange of a year blows seemingly between a year two security agencies, now after the other issues.
All right.
Kessben.
Okay, let me say military police clash, I had opportunity to witness it.
Okay. So the cocoa board ben cocoa board ben
Julius Adenya.
Video mama ne gaza.
Now actually right yana.
Oh, yes, Pajame, mama
Ma watie phone.
Oh, my kana semwe. You dey there.
Mbado asembe na okan. Sa na ho no hu ye. So what is the point? No, Kwako take it to Ethiopian airline. And who's that class?
That's BBOT or better take it to Tamano car race. Because I mean, you are not take it to the but the demonstration of some friction between the military and then the police. In common na almost say police for no face and military for no looking down upon them or they are superior to them. Okay. The inland security versus the external security issues. Na military for no police for no funny said they override them when it comes to internal security and I said they are above the law. But I think it was just BBK to even see military forces on normal guard bullion vans and na ekobani say bullion van na sika wuma besin no or besin wie no na MTTD officer back or directed traffic no bullion van besin na military pickup in su DH na me say or allow bullion van wie na military pickup neighbor no na di all the issues near the because police ni ba ko timoto so ba na ohye mofti on shata de then again intino across military vehicle no, that's right into no signal na say intelligence soldiers say ademo per se mo hijack ejuma yidi and say sikana yebo ho ban no. I mean everybody will react because we cross it with Okada, motorcycle now cross it bullion van in the incident of armed robbery and then robbery with this bullion vans and it's the military reacted into almost confronting and just about almost you or your chief inspector. Then again I say exchanges behind then akoso to also called it down hono and oko Bama Nesa same say na eden ababeto me and my police for so bad down e be face military for no eti enya dia was say so I mean unua in uniform I was say obu na yedibu oman no e oman no na yenina yesom. It is not about the individual and both sides ni na ankoyi the retaliations e buy ma police for no cover reinforcement e be share military for no so military for no so afraid about 2 other cars e buy e be confrontation. It is not good for our democracy. DBA say we are a peaceful country, we have stable democracy and all that. And see this issue pe na emboying the situation about security across your borders, extremism. I mean, one of the things Vice President America by and the pledge or the was talking about this extremist actions and all that. And say one of my boy and home by Timemufono and air clashes say then where is our security integrity? Ebanisana Mkoye. The incident that happened in Shaman and I win so about Betoso. A idea was saying penny force meet say the defense minister, the interior minister, the various security chiefs, and say, I mean, a Ghana and Yenina, and I say, Omo in particular, no, they are working for, and there shouldn't be that incident. Omuhu, say, Bibiko and Koye Krana, I think they should act professionally, but military officer, I mean, so Penny Kubi by now the indication say, or a kennel. Or by and he was able to calm down things. But the combat action now the police took Nebani San almost Koshisha Montadia Kotrin to say the move face military just about your video or more I call access to the police. Look at how they were pushing them. I want to make say Ankoye. Say Obia were right to enter a police station. Say or a arm crana. This is an army officer or a man in uniform just like themselves. And that friction there. I think saying penny 40 million Monkasa no mun yinfio about inland security a police for an area responsible. The military is not above the law. They should comply with the police. They should make sure say sometimes the most of the traffic regulations and rules that we have in the country because Mr. Speaker are not easy. Police for no and more directed traffic will be now so from morning to enumerate the heat the frustration force work into a banisana na nipa no can be they or come after you your best stress and
especially no bazuno nya
and then say two trouble one God but my way no farm bekata ejumapa or my yediabua or my Ghana. This is something that we have to condemn with all impunity. But we believe say omo bo ejumaden kese within the difficult challenges omo kra no omo face omo welfare issues adibia na omo kan people sebe ebi mu kra timiwu ewe ejuma na omo ye no and the omo family elusi omo mba elusi omo. So this should not be something I will say yes so omo ni mu kra na a day when you and I say basaya na so yeni bi besamba bi mu kra na just around the line so next year so elections and we have a lot when it comes to our security risk and yen person you be some of this acts be
me that's it but so the acheme my remember you do
Mr. Speaker some media men can't you NDC for there fire background on say so mama you na so wada say no nsia bebo na there can kosi nyina ne say obi say when impunity becomes a norm resistance becomes acceptable new norm. On says so maimuna yes kwafrikwan so na warete mamu no so what is abebu na se.
Eno bentiase.
O ntiase. Kofi Kwanso ni obi a stranger Kofi Kwanso na eba odu krom ombisa ahun ya se Kofi Kwanso ware timam hunu nti se Kofi Kwan bia so si kro bi mu na wa misa
go for some pa him fi mu anatina na
o production team ya de omo ya na ma ko se China fo nya be production team no okay now issue across 2 years so far Ghana constitution the president is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces.
Okay.
And he said, oh, Mampania, or commander-in-chief. Na, say kokoswa. If the state is failing, someone has failed. In my candid view, the president must take the flag. America Mampani because the bus stop with the leader. Besides, I didn't under this government. And we interview, sana yiti na or down, hana yiti interview, and only 2 security couples, and it looked like I've said this, I've said it on the part of some military people. Be the order of the day. As will be sorry, a shaman no ko, no ko, and to trust them I so normalized. And in my candid view, it doesn't speak well of us. And you see, the Amaye can say, and they say, dear Nebema military for us, Tegua Shaman. Nipokunye, and let me condemn Kwame Appiah Kubi, the military guy. It's condemnable. But 2 wrong can never make 1 right. Now let me come to the CEO Kingsway over some few days ago. And it is simply there's an inbuilt infighting going on. And so infighting ne kosono BB. It could be condition of service. And it's here interview and I was deducing meaning out of it. Some people feel say monkey the work make baboon the chop. That is after the interview with the 2 security couples. That's the conclusion I drew. We in the NDC believe say let us normalize situation. Nancy Amity say Minister for Defense recently Oma increase the salary structure of the security people, both military and the police, by 3 times. If it is true, fine. But even implicit in this increment, there could be desegregation. I don't know about the 2 police if I withdraw salary increment. A crocodile John. A soldier for near police if I more feel say Mura and Papana can send it a comradeship. I was listening to the interview very well. Also, say offer the security forces now. Omo comradeship bi wo mumu and it's a police ni kwehia soldier ni kra wo akono na say ye boy ye ho a okasa wo ye comrade kekenko ana it exonerate you. I think Mr. President, you are failing the state not only on the economy but on security. When I ye komu abu se me say sika no a America mampania be the actually sika no say $100 million de ba some 5 West African states to fight terrorism no it's a scam. But you see you protect your domestic security. Say Honorable Ambuderi ntimi nya adwuma on resign. Honorable Defense Minister ntimi nya on resign. Near more the men and the women. How could we say we have the men and done area boys and Goro boys. I said I'm aban we mono obi edi adwuma hye ne nsa bia faili. Na Mr. Speaker say won faili ya. Had then a protecting a bully of ban by a point of friction. It doesn't make sense. But in law, if it be proximate cause, there's a say corners are the bony BSC. Don't base it on the sadana. There could be a proximate cause.
I never see that.
I never see that. So now one sem no yedianya. Now one sem is a bind with the security forces at the way 2020 na wa akatuana nkoyi. Enti before mumu. But NDC show mobo. Nyame ya don't know mobo na ba power. Sa na da ne atrosemu ne sa ne man uketelet because NDC and implementing fully single span salary structure. And one of your guests can say the single span salary structure is like a pyramid. And in every pyramid, no base neson, and as you go up, no it shrinks. And the NDC implemented this single span salary structure to benefit a broad base of the security forces. We are promising them that kind of friction air cost no. The next NDC government shall curtail it. Because we know how to do it because we've done it before.
Very well. May I say, BOT and our tenant can member of the NDC. It is only 43 after 8. Now, Yeba the American Vice President in the visit no so plus LGBTQ and a Honsen Sema Ababi. I'm in for 10 minutes when Honda member Julius.
Okay. Mr. Speaker.
Kessben.
Media, Menana, or 43.
On an hour 43.
No, Paramount Chief.
Okay.
Nti, or Warren 9, L43. That you see now you true, no year, you know, another 3 become on to the Omakan official in 46. Sana, I don't know, my man conda. Oma mark a deada. In Faname Nana, ye penning, maybe no, me papa, and ye. Or repenting. Now, or repenting, ya warne do by him feel horn a chair wa mamre. On no day, Enna, men and animal yom crown a papano, and pema semda. Na edu weekend ye koko fuma, yenu munina kobum. We lived a certain communal life for Mr. Speaker. It doesn't matter whom your biological grandmother was. The point is that you were culture. Shasa uti we watade fefe we na hwa bodu se we yote on sa nifan na wo si o ja o yira na wo plan ho efo akofo akoya na bodu se ku ha we nyansa ben ne wo. You see that human right human left US for the omoye no sa human right advocacy no we should do human left advocacy and my member right honorable speaker Babina Baso also ko bare na nsan ya no mo ye IPU International Parliamentary Union or say or taking a position say it doesn't make logic. There's no logic. So the catcher me say me and me beauty me tia mawari Jacqueline Odro Techin me nya Jackie ho na me for Mr. Speaker to gain what biblically Bible ni Quran say even Buddhism as state say yen na yen procreate na unim contradiction e wo US Vice President uni say me invite manko manko say obi a wo ye fellow bia no mo invite to special from the US. I didn't go. You know why? Kamas can say me say on the marxism by but abro too kwanko ba yo hu so ma changing marxism no he declined to be part of them. And me calling fellows na ye call US call White House call a program am say mo support to gayism mo ko share ma no you have endorsed it indirectly. Now when ma me no bo be promote to gayism ya odini kunu ba yo atie for na refo ntie ni yo sama mi ya ono be ka kire Ghana for say the LGBTQ++ community no yen open frontier for discussion na ya accept you no ono ti play mu ba no de ni kunu di nachi unyansa wo se wo beje to no unyansa wo fam wo ye hwefo na wo hwe me na ono so USA ba no na entourage na de ne ba ye no odi ni kunu edi nachi aba enti success nye de ni obema ni bema na I don't know one for ba ni oba ni dachi.
It's a matter of choice.
No, but that choice must respect inherent local culture. And I'm me na ye example. Mr. Speaker, the empire na first bemo Oscar Warren 9 num no hwe ne ma no ma yi. Canada Japan ye example. Dr. Otin what is the name? Kwaku Otin. Also wa won ko 21. Na yere no bebre police ya cheneda da be na what is so TV no radio about Dr. Otin na yere no mo koda sika wo fi ankora nso anopa wo ye Ghana ni na respect ya mamra ya culture ne say you promote polygyny obema wo sika na obetima hwere no ma ware mienu ne miensa eno ye culture no
Kessben
eme na ware 9 e 43 unofficially 46. Me papa nuanom ne obia ni obia nkoda okwa ahochire ma you know whom to fall on. You see this agenda is to depopulate Africa.
Exactly.
Agenda we no mo promote no and when am a Christian council for one sorry nyina na mo kanche na na do so fairly mine no because you see one na ifu and now ko South Africa they are bold, Uganda is bold. My way ye nyankopon man wiase nyina man mienu pe na prekese wom prekese udin prekese
yeah
sadna ye de ye aduane ye hwehwemiam esaya re bebre no only 2 countries in the world Ghana and Israel pe na prekese wo Ghana ye nyame man Sodom ni Gomorrah is not far from Ghana and the position of Mampenisa is bound to happen no now it is happening hwe abo mo be hekona fa so decorate the Jubilee House. The decoration of the Jubilee House was a clear manifestation of the LGBT+ community. Mo bia me dada I say US near US ye ko ho de bia. Ye ni mo colors, ye ni Ghana colors. Mamene ba mo no. The creation of the Jubilee House alone was an epitome of promoting Sadia no. Na me ameti here dey Mr. Speaker. Me nya mere de hon kofa be ma da nyame panwu. E was see ye call the Professor Mills way. Professor Mills and control. Also look say no tina mo se mo be mo de mo fa musika. Ye te kromu hai. E koma de obi am obi awuda. And you see Mr. Speaker, come to think about it. Or two playing here buy you score there $100 million. Yeah. And then only Ghana.
About 4 or 5 countries.
About 5 countries. And the leader say catch says can be
$20 million.
Maybe I may say I got the invite, I didn't go. And the catch US embassy for say I will not come. I sent an email to them and I registered my displeasure. So obi amena na ware 9 43 me nkoma me nkoya de be promote to say be man kofa be ma. And you see, my research, Mr. Speaker, country biana against this gayism, no, or we refuse to visit more.
Yeah.
Next week, I'll bring you that data.
And it's happening in Ghana now.
It's happening.
It's happening, yeah. They say dates in the crowd, who apply dates.
And to my research, countries Africa, I stand firmly saying promote, or we refuse to visit. But Rome was not built in a day. Senior leaders are more minor chrono. We wouldn't need even their visits in the first place. Me too quiet. I don't feel like staying outside this country. Ghana de power. Look at our weather, communal living, the peace we have. You can't have the same environment in USA. But Obisu dream is of the coho. But the point I'm making is that they can bring their sanctions. But the leaders are conscionable. Near dream ye, there's a video going around. In the 60s and in the 70s, not Ghana and US man penny ko USA, they will line up to meet them. But today we are begging them to come. And in fact, Abraham Ameno signed a certain book, no, where the one near man penny na chen inside Gunobo, as for attention school. Aden, you are demeaning the presidency. Who say to say the answer. Or bodyguard man, you are devaluing the status of your presidency. Don't forget it's in a sovereign state level, no. In a sovereign state level, Joe Biden in another yepe. Yeah. And Kamala, whatever the name is, no. Only Dr. Maumiana yepe. But to the level say your mom penina kwa attention school. No sell to mamma dear or woman any masse. Na me pesa Ghana and penny for Nananom Atran Kunya. Civil society, media for central for Christian Council, Tumunya the Papa. Yanhaya, Ghana will be the next Sodom and Gomorrah. Meme dear, Minya made it de honko for Bema Dawalai, Yamempongo.
May I say, BOT, thank you very much. 50 after 8. Julius, Marine Tail.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, my son, I was saying, Minian, I can't send me brain. Me nim say, na. Opeso can't see any woman who any dainty no bobo 7 so then a president Mr. Speaker. President didn't come on me, the first one or our pick is bound to happen. I mean, all listen to the full tip of the conversation now. It is clear. You see, in communication, Mr. Speaker, and yet there all casano. Why would teach you send you see a better message in Asiafa? That is the most important, key factor in communication. Now, President can complete extensively and an open-minded conversation. And this is somebody who is a human rights lawyer. New York Times for Nibusa question, Omutuma Vice President Kamala, no. I mean, you saw how she answered the question. They know clearly say Ghana, culturally, religiously, we don't support Sadia, no. We know from 1960, as far back 3 years after independence, and I criminalize the practice of same sex. Say Bema ne Bema Eda any Obansuni or Baeden Eda, Mr. Speaker, is in our criminal codes. And in 24 as at the time, they saw it say, look, this thing is with us. Even slave trade, when you listen to slave trade stories now, call the dungeons and some of these practices went on. It is just after independence, we criminalize it. It is clearly the position of the country, the position of the people, and Ghanaians, I mean, you can come say, oh, Nja, ne Jackie, Odu Techi, the dead, encode. You want me support so Yeni Ghana, Yeni na ye pemba, Mema Okruman him say, Yeni na money pe. It's in a dia, yes, support a pastor in a kind. Now, young guys no more worry, no say, well, I did a day, they say, I say, I was awful, I didn't know. It's hey, I enjoy the propaganda and the attack on the president, Kakra. I mean, the president is a human rights lawyer. Your constitution.
So the president being a human rights lawyer, no. He ought to be emphatic on the issue.
And he has been.
Other president had declared, because I would see the interview with Al Jazeera some time back, the president said, in the 60s, I don't know any, discussions in the crowd, you dare not embark up for discussion. But I mean, as the processes came by, I mean, we can now have the discussions on radio and all of that. If the pressure keeps coming, it may bound to happen.
Or say it is not in his time. The president was emphatic. Senior Okaye, you see, or make the statement clearly. Say, look, like you are saying in the 60s, any conversation about Kwame Appiah. But as a country, as Mefani said, the whole world, we are evolving. May science kakra. Some of these things, medical doctors say a hormonal imbalances, and it can be corrected medically.
They don't see themselves as such.
That's the point. That's why we need legislation, and in our criminal code, I condemn say it is a criminal offense. You see, we share your criminal codes now. Talking about unnatural carnal knowledge.
Exactly.
And all the punitive measures and we define what unnatural carnal knowledge is. So the issue about president support you also and gay rights, there is nothing like gay rights in our constitution. If you cross-check with our constitution, we have 19 fundamental human rights and freedoms in our constitution, and none of them improve or approved of what gay rights. Mr. Speaker. So this is a better because we are evolving as a country, we are evolving as human beings, and people want to have their own way. So the statements are pick and choose statements, or president is bound to happen, like he said, or emphatic say, only these things don't come up. Your core secondary school, we saw some of these things. If you talk about most of the girls' school, they talk about lesbianism. If you go to the male school, you talk about homosexuals and gays. So these things, clearly, they are people, they are human beings like us.
Yes, exactly.
And the constitution talks about, say, Ghanaian, say, natural person, or Bani Bema, you enjoy certain rights. So, the discussion and the elevation of the discussion is about the rights and privileges every Ghanaian is entitled to,
exactly.
But not the practice of what? Same sex. And that is where our criminal codes have what? Criminalize it. If you look at section 104 of the 1960 Act 29, it's clear. Even with consent and without consent, say obeji ne permission, say sebio me person fauto, sebio se wanje consent ekwana, ana sebe epenifo menumu amun ono ijiri kampo dana so person fane to that unnatural carnal knowledge, a criminalize and the unnatural carnal knowledge say bema untimini bema enda, oba untimini oba enda. And answer untimini abua unse plus for no ebi mukra di nnuane what they believe in and they satisfy homosexually. So it is clear our position as a country is clear. And na make our sister station omokofa Uganda die by Agbaben e kan ho asemi, and the question they put to Uganda president is of course Oma pass on bill no when say Babin so you say we will not go the Uganda way. But the point is that first of all, now do a correct TBB said there is no legislation that tie this in way say ye kuomu ye persecute you no. O share your right away your constitution as human beings as Ghanaians na they enjoy everything. Ye go school, they we have right to education. Ye na sebe right to life. They are living their life. We be no akotri to you and answer what fasekan ekukuomu no. But the question is that semrani doa. Only obi koyena semrani do emrani do nemrani so
feel say embrano our person will legislating or regulating or you are preaching hatred against them. You cannot allow them to do things freely because it's a matter of choice. One more the fundamental human right, freedom of association, and even though at a community name, but in terms of sexuality, this is what he believes. What here? You cannot criminalize it. That is their point.
Oh, say na make us say, minu a sovereign country. And I quote na you say you have. Everybody has what right to freedom of speech, but you cannot be guaranteed your right after you. That's right. It's no, yeah. So the omunkoye, ye chill. Na ye be a minu ka say obi there are clear evidence say assume see an aso bentin bema ne bema Daniel chill clearly ni enko trial ni hear what will happen. Now what the president said and say again, Ghana we believe in the rule of law. Your parliament and as it stands now, no, there is no act of parliament. Aba say, criminalize it aside your criminal codes, no. Parliament in Mrebia and fine the end to two or no more. And to the question that was posed by the journalist and answered the presenter by the New York Times, no, first of all, no, factually inaccurate. There's nothing like that. Then again, so no, there is no law at the moment. No, Afansana private members be coming who together send your mini beauty and Mr. Pika like your good self. Yeni na ye kase yen so no. Yaka ye ho abomu ni reflect your culture and your religious belief in tino. Penifo become who boom said there beside like you said no. Omo pese omo send you basic fedio omo ni oma wo mani mo no. Yen tolerate intino Afansana omugusu eye ensheshaya. Kudos to Honorable Sam George Odimutinti mine. Odimu say omo putting up that private membership bill. This family values omo promoting. We are believers of family. We want to procreate. We want to give birth more and then fill the gap for our country. That is what we believe in as Africans and as Ghanaians. Afansana Eko Parliament. President is say our ratio mujidie kesiye say send your Parliament omo ye ni debiano. Parliament is going to do it again because Parliament represents the people of Ghana and they are going to take the best decision in the interest of Ghana. And the parliament bekano and known as president ne beduni na so a ono so ebeye den obehu di obeye. Na mbrebia ko parliament bia no it goes to the president for presidential assent. It is a parliament meeting team bibia kama fine tune the bill no na omo make sure say it is not inconsistent with our constitution and the fundamental human rights and freedom na your constitution a guarantee no. They will make provisions in the bill. I mean, what has the president got to do again, Mr. Speaker? Okay.
Yes, that was it for Mama.
So the president is not preaching about same-sex. He's not talking about LGBTQ. I mean, president is two-way. So no, I any madu did it. Original na so pa.
Beautiful, Rebecca.
Original so kama. And there's no way this thing is going to happen in his time, and we pray say any other time no this thing will not come to yeni anomo obi de okolanche in the book my first coup d'etat enkofo ya kese ba ku Solomon Julia na beta na chi ebe born hodom e discover no ade no be express new opinion otwo ye can es graciasem hello leader
Bonidine.
Say John Mahama.
You lead the national chairman.
So okay you former president John Mahama.
Be bold.
Yo, Mate.
Okay.
It's medicine, Mr. Speaker. It's something that will come, it's something that will go. But the conclusion is that the reflective opinion as a country, our culture as Ghanaians, what we believe in, our traditions, this thing will not stand the test of time. Okay. And it will come, the discussions will come because we are evolving as people. Scientifically, in Yoma Dandan, we are talking about climate change and all that. Usia science are your evolution, how human beings come. It's these things will be coming here and there, but as humans, and we are going to make sure say there will be legislation not the it was just crying more than they believe.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Mr. Speaker. Please let His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo know that we Ghanaians don't like LGBT. We should remember what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah. Greetings to my brother Peter Obey at Kasua Paul. When I would the way Abba Paul Medase. This one says that, good morning, Speaker. They should try that openly, but God will support us to kill them all secretly, because it is abomination in the face of God. Total craziness on our land. We will not agree. With the abandon. Thank you for your message. Let me do this one as well. Good morning, Speaker. Please, I think we should stop talking about LGBT, because the more we talk about it, the more it becomes waste. Papa J sends that one from Kessben. Papa J made us say, any message I did for Kessben at the Abba. Let me do this one as well. Kessben. Okay. I say they should try this. Okay, openly. Maakye and no that. Beauty, just 1 minute, and now we'll come.
30 seconds, Speaker. You see, Emrano Parliament they pass it, but according to the laws of the land, Parliament pass Emrevia, it has to be assented to by the president.
Exactly.
Let me make a prediction. The president to be hesitant to sign the bill when it is passed into law, because only the signing at the Brano. In tier 4, more and fan show Mutim said the Parliament of Ghana.
You cannot preempt.
You'll be hesitant.
I saw predict it.
Say it to Mr. Speaker. Show we so. Assembly and Makam Bobako. Me say Parliament Honorable Sam George more spearheaded the bill no ebeyo majuma. And your majority to pass the bill into a law. But someone penny be sign no. Idea for son in some manner pain now was signing. Opa date to her.
Okay, but what date that to her?
Thank you.
I will show you.
30th March 2023.
Yes. The waka back one say no for some for baby ni. No,
I only this in China market.
I don't know. So say me 1 year back.
So for some of baby, but he has won indirectly. Because this is going to win.
Let's see.
Kwame, Kwame Mahaya de pa sana go net here. Ewusia ye nton de kakra so hu na enema badwa so wese mamu hu na mudi akiri kopa bi to anopa mi de ukọ Grace Gift Herbal Clinic and Laboratory Services o maka che me pa chawo so yade tie me o yade yade achichi ogu ho yade amoa mobile me pa chawo anopa yi baby ba ko pe na so do ani hire Grace Gift Herbal Clinic and Laboratory Services so maka che and also wura na wo yade ni nyina ye pe hu pumasi bre de ma wo say stroke yade say asiche yade diabetes na ha wo wose bra na mo bibidro nom onom a stroke wo asiche yade anase diabetes so obegwan ama won so ohun atopa enya no nko wo typhoid yade pa ntabunu sa na ye kan wo ntabunu yade pa ha wo no Grace Gift Herbal say typhoid na ha wa wo de bra ba mo bibidro bi anom onom ye no a obo so ohun atowo ejiri so ose bra na won sa yade afa mema no am prostate emu aye kese anase mu abie empoko kram ababeda ho no Grace Gift Herbal say anopai nyagidie no tuto mu bra wo babo pa owo eye enkwabata mienu na wo Ghana ha no mo ade di kan ewo eye kuma so hwim school junction so ho wode wani ache barakese kwan so no mo a Grace Gift Herbal Clinic and Laboratory Services almost hospital no fe uwura mu a na onya yarse ni ntimi so ko ho wo ankran bra eye new achemota petroleum air bungalow omo ene Family Life International School no ene die nu mpacho bibia ne ye number ne ye frɛ yen why na ye mo ne ye nsa ya de so ma mo ya de so anopa yi a na no nche se Grace Gift Herbal oba ho mo a onom entimi nsa ya de no ntia no asane so sa e de ma ye number ne 0244 126 123 0244 126 123 frɛ one na ono mo entwe nkomo afei Hard Builders Real Estate wono enie na yaka Hard Builders Real Estate ya wonom aye adwumaku a Ghana ha ya no mo wo no mo ba ye Ghana forso so ebo mo ba so Ghana forso mo ya ade papa na de tie Hard Builders Real Estate no do mo ye nie o mo so mo tete nsase o mo ton wo o pasa ase ato e wo enkran o pasa ase ato e wo enkran ha me ba cho aye ba bi ba kope Hard Builders Real Estate wo mo nsase na mo tete no wo mo se bra ne ba dibi na ene yi se ma ho kra ne se wo so nsase na wo to don anase wo tete a wo ton wo no utopia problem bi ani ho litigation free manso bi ani ho etia no wasa no so sa edi amame pa okuta woni manso twie mbia to nkwanta mapai woni langa sefo eto nkwanta mapai ni nyina na ye onsase na wo tontim so ko ne ko pebi eto enanopai ensase me pa cho wo motetibu awo twopoli Shy Hills afeni ngo pram ho nyina ensase onomo atibu honomo a wo be se ahwafufuo amana tonkwan mu o pasa so manso ni ho ana se mpolanga asesam ensusu ni ho a eye hard builders real estate wonomo akati na no pai e ba cho esa wode wani ekire wonom awo enkra haye entiko no mo asem ni kan kae no ensase wo motitibu otwepoli Shy Hills ena ni ngo pram okọ no a won plot no anase won sase wotonton no ubenya bi atomba chaw unti bibia se upenchiremu a frɛ number isisi na ye no mo nkomo wai number no aye 0241 66 5200 mami si number no so found 0241 66 5200 anase 0591 599 006 0591 599 006 offer number ya Hard Builders Real Estate so be man sase ato asaso amanso ni ho asase ahodwo na won so onu abusua dati bi no manya baabi edimuti ato nti we de abusua yensempa na sesei me do ko Franco Trading Enterprise yaka Franco Trading Enterprise ya Ghana obi anu so mo de phones papa no moton enya China phones timisraw minua usika la waboabo no a wo so pre mobile phone papa to no ko aye Franco Trading Enterprise no mbe ma phone papa to phone bi ti se aye Nokia akwa be se Nokia Samsung iPhones ni nyina no wonom ewobi ewo madwesuo afei se smart TVs free 32 inches at the copy 55 inches Franco Trading Enterprise wonom edibi aba afei ye wo Franco air condition eno de ebopa ensanso ntwenka ne akase nti bi so pe air conditioner wo beto na dachi bi obenya ho so fa so pewa woni electricity etwen kwanta mapaye no eye Franco Trading Enterprise wo air conditioner wakofa ba no eno bi na eso to also eye one horsepower no a range from 1.5 horsepower edukosi 2.0 horsepower ni nyina no wonum ewobu honom a omo eton wo enye no nko mobile phone accessories won niam nyina ho mpremprade no anopai foni echum Franco Trading Enterprise na anopai wonum emo we me ba cho ye number ni efresi na ye no emo enkomo 0246 422 338 misi number no so the amount 0246 422 338 and I said 0555 93 11 0555 93 11 Franco Trading Enterprise pa na wase hodi eye phone papa fie Franco Trading Enterprise was still phone papa fie enso so no ti so ko modwoso na wonom emwa na nyame ya adomo a dwumadie bi ekoso na asase kwa dada kra an eye March conference na dwumadie no ebekoso ewo ye headquarters na ni nyina no eye dwumadie ya de ebro March conference it headquarters of Christ presents the March Conference 2023. Na asentra wadi ato so no was impartation and no any asentra one edi ato sa March Conference so ekoso nyame yadomo asase tinano 27th March ya ene asase to mu nyame yadomo a epoboso ko ne to so mienu na wadi sa March Conference no aba na wie ye na ekoso ewo atomic runabout wani ache Ashoman Estate Road no so no mo a anase kwantempon so no eho ana dwumadi ebekoso ebe East Hospital eti ya no wasan so sa e de aba me na kasamafo a dwumadi ni nyina esi na so host pastor Prophet Andy Otu eti bra na wo so bra baba ye enhia guest speakers a wato ansade from wo Apostle Dr. Joshua Talina afa Bishop Samuel Oseitutu and Archbishop Elisa Salifu Amwako wonu nyina ye guest speakers ya wonu eba March Conference dwumadi ase na wonu baba to nyomo de bebre Rama Anchi eba Minister Ko Enhira afe Francis Amo wo nyina eba adwumadi na se enti wo so bra ne be nhira na me ba cho ebia na opese wo badwumadi bi ase wo penchiremu dwumadi na ekoso mass conference wo pese wo hunchiremu frɛ number ma misisi ai 0244 072165 0244 072165 anase 0201 40580 na wase bra na ebeka ho na yanto dwom na yanhoaho nyame na yantontom yankopon totobo nsu no na wo ba won so wonhyira ebepie edi amawo na anopai mamenkafo prosini aduro prosini aduro no eno na mekamfo de amawo anasa imbus heba mesa na yeka
oni pada sani awon manwemu wo wiase ha asamo to nyanko na to be bia nkamfa ho menso metene be bia nkame pema yeden nanso wadoma nkoma bo ade ebo nipa bata nipa ho obiada yesu ne yirasio obia woni duma odidi bo ahoman wokwana ni kosi na fo wa yuku ni chechere ne ma bia na ni koso ni ja obreti ni kupodo fo eja wo mo ankuni maba agurana na yiri kwa ba akasa no makasa french wo bie na no awobo ajo asana na ho febia woni bono so awira tete wokwane ne bane na sene ne ba ejo no bi no nta bie eja wo mo anami di asam asa shirina no mpana wasa meja wo mu asno biaba wodoma nkoma oba ade ehye yense yeninza waso eni je ni agrewo afe wunua bi wi ase asonimu eba sa wa yira kwanso akire ne pampa no bi asam ye obi asmo oni pada sani awon manwemu wo wi ase ha asam to nyonko na to be bia nkemfa ho menso metene be bia nka me pema yeden nanso wadoma nkoma bo ade ebo nipa bata nipa ho obiada na nyonko yesu ne yirasio obia woni duma odidi bo ahoman wokwana ni kosi na fro wa yuku ni chechere ne ma bia na ni koso ni ja obreti ni kupodo fo eja wo mu ankuni maba agurana na yiri kwa ba akasa no makasa french wo bie na no awobo ajo asana na ho febia woni bono so awira tete wokwana ne bane na sene ne ba ejo no bi no nta bie eja wo mu anami di asam asa shirina no mpana wasa eja wo mu asno biaba wodoma nkoma oba ade ehye yense yeninza waso eni je ni agrewo afe wunua bi wi ase asonimu eba sa wa yira kwanso akire ne pampa no bi asam ye obi asmo oni pada sani awon manwemu wo wi ase ha asam to nyonko na to be bia nkemfa ho menso metene be bia nka me pema yeden nanso wadoma nkoma bo ade ebo nipa bata nipa ho obiada na nyonko yesu ne yirasio obia woni duma odidi bo ahoman wokwana ni kosi na fro wa yuku ni chechere ne ma bia na ni koso ni ja obreti ni kupodo fo eja wo mu ankuni maba agurana na yiri kwa ba akasa no makasa french wo bie na no awobo ajo asana na ho febia woni bono so awira tete.
It's exactly 9:15. Let me do a couple of messages. I'm on there, but now I so we say, good morning, Mr. Speaker. How many times do Ghanaians want the president to say something about this LGBTQ issue? He has come clear that it's not his time that this thing will happen. What again do people want to hear? And if he sends that one from Chronom, and if he made us say any message, what they about. Good morning, Speaker. LGBTQ, so, and so. We Ghanaians will not accept it at all. We love our wives. Eric Forsen was a sensing that one. Eric, made us say any message, we say good morning. I'm Chief. Good morning, Mr. Speaker. Come here, test me. Okay, let me do this one as well. Now, good morning, Speaker. You're looking great this morning. Please, before Ghana will realize they are younger ones at the basic level fallen victims of LGBT. Nana Kwame Dunkonofin, you send in that one. Nana made us say any message, what they have. Good morning, Speaker. Please, can you put the two male dogs in one big room and mate them. If you cannot do so, then why do human beings want to change their way of doing things? Or they are what they abandon. Thank you. Sir Enoch sends this one. Abuaso Adadu Efrima. Mr. Speaker, tell BOT that at the time Mahama was even a president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo defeated him. Even Kwabre MP would defeat former President Mahama, so he should stop mentioning the name of Jesus Christ. What they abandon. Say no, me that say any message. I say good morning, Mr. Speaker. Okay. Good morning, Speaker. I'm Adams Kwarase from Sunyane, Odumase. Tell BOT that I'm greeting him. It's been a long time, Mr. Speaker. The truth is that President Akufo-Addo should have been bold to tell the U.S. Vice President that we are not going to accept it at all. Former President Mills and Mahama did same, but it seems this man wants to accept it. You're kind of concluding that effect. But that's a message, Kwesi Cruz sends this one from Sefibuakon. Mr. Speaker, nobody should be blamed. Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo should be blamed because nobody is the commander-in-chief except him. He is the commander-in-chief of our country. If the military is misbehaving, then he should also call them to order. Mr. Speaker, good morning. Let BOT know that the Bible tells us that we will see this in the end time. Abronoma sends that one from Priscilla. Abronoma made us a new message. Good morning, Speaker. JJ Rollins said no. Atamil said no. Mahama said no. Why can't Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo say no? Nanado have disappointed Ghanaians. Mahama will come 2024. Sampana Solomon sensing that one from Efija Kwabre North, Kumase, and Adiano Efri Ede Eba. But as a Speaker, as much as the military and the police clashes are not to be tolerated, the blame cannot be put at the doorstep of the president. There is a chain of command. If the president has not been briefed on the situation, how can he come in? Appiah J sensing that one from Sunyane. Appiah J made us say any message, Thank you very much. I see today security services should know that security is about brains, not strength. We are far-fetched from saying the truth. What they abandon. This very last one, teachers, constitution, we are say, so why is John Mahama behaving like an angel in opposition? Is he new to the presidency? Does he think Ghanaians still have short memory to forget about the doom? So cancellation of training allowances and the many more things he introduced. Bad policies was killing us during his regime as president. Never again shall we see him become a president. And what they abba and paying, what do you know? And no. Good morning, Speaker, please. When are we going to see the sugar from the Commander Sugar Factory in our market, as the government is about to ban the importation of sugar into the country? Joseph Tando sends that one from Shamar. Joseph, thank you for a message. And those are some messages. Mode Abba and Opay a doso minti me and kaini na be my member hona mintio on the issue of the NDC. Na akwako yensen bebre
ballot na koso. God being so good, former President Mahama the number 1. Honorable Kojo Bonsu, former mayor for KM Kumasi the number 2. Dr. Kwabnado for former finance minister and governor of Bank of Ghana the number 3. We in Tokwa. Election the 13th May, and I see the election to be endorsement party more than going for elections. We all know the obvious winner. Afutu kakra me de bema the followers of former President Mahama and say, let's run a clean campaign. Politics is a number game. After Nyankopon Yadma May 13th, we will need each of the followers and the team members of Omombe Lusuno to chase the elephant into the forest. We shouldn't create any animosity in such a way, say, the CO PDP in Nigeria, Mount APC, breaking, whatever they call it. And you see, when they say APC are breaking 8, I know. It is said in Nigeria, say PDP the 16 years. So in Nigeria, no, person set a record that you break 16, you don't break the 8. Okay. PDP through Obasanjo was in power for 16 years. It was after 16 years na APC Buhari Beja Kunyano. So the record on history of Nigeria, and I say, so person will make a history of Nigeria, you have to break 16, not the 8. But the minimum says, so election result a buy na. Pitobi kwankwa so any atiku nyina no mo party ba called PDP. Okay. Now after so internal primary 2022 anko yi no Peter Obi twene ho kodi Labour Party anim nya 6.1 million votes. Kwankwaso kodi ni NNP Party anim nya 1.4 million votes. PDP presented Atiku nya 6.9 million. Wo kan nyina boma eye 14.4 million votes. As against Tinubu of 8.7 million votes, say a division and APC to retain power. My singular request and appeal to NDC man say how divided among themselves cannot stand. And you see the NDC per evolution, revolution, history, antecedent, and whatever, no, a party of monolithic leadership. It means say at any moment, no, the party revolves around one person. From the year 1981 to the year 2000, the revolving factor was late President Rawlings. From the year 2002 to the year 2013, 12, it was late President Mills. From that time to today, the revolving personality has been His Excellency former President John Dramani Mahama. And no biana be penasem. But you see, President Mahama to say 8. Usiniti as a try 8. Or the 2 a year 8. Or the 2 niyama 8. And going forward, no, he will need the support of the followers of Kojo Bonsu, Dr. Kwabena IV to win Parliament. For me as a person, I think he said yes, and I don't want us to spend time to flog a dead horse. And
you will spend their time.
You will. But you see, better lessons have been learned. Mr. Speaker, in fact, the AC Parliament now was outside the country. At the moment, Omo Tobe and Speaker Baby declares that and I hear my restaurant and my table. So at once, now my boss am mine. Okay, say me ne crop ya ba show we so. Yeah. Emma crop ya catch me say oh bibia be go through. And truly bibia go through. Enti eya kwa kamia ye say people are painting a certain picture say about some NDC MPs that they can easily be swayed. DS no etum koto baby atro. Me suggestion ya niema mi no. Adabraka, and when I say Adabraka, it means the party national leadership must mend the cracks. Once I say dan ho paya na tefre it muremu. The SC of Parliament be an sabi nipa kurewu. Ye konwo we go to table to joy. Friend, the national chairman of the party, the leader of the party now, no, must put in place mechanism to mend all cracks. So call parliamenta, your Haruna fashion, your Muntaka fashion, your Atoforsen fashion. We have one NDC. Na ya metaka me de manusi no Niccolo Machiavelli say power, political power is sweeter than sex. Political power is sweeter than sex. And you say, Brenna, you better radio so now, man phone and from ye, na finances, you musica, na ye into me, my power. What is then the political value of the year? Untimesre, say a party planning for they should put in place a mechanism beer. Cracks be a development, less mended. Me de manusi no na me kai Central Region for the former President Mahama Mufi. Yes, as the power fear oye. Since 1992, Central Region has had a slot in NDC presidential race. Vice President from Ekoakansa to Professor Mills Misata to Professor Jenana. In the Central Region for the Muni NDC ayo do. President Mahama Beno munchane say if you we no any few.
But as Julius. It will
be Mr. Speaker name in your beauty. Mr. Beauty say or Casanso in fact or Casad did so person making sure say or be ma you know anyway or Casad the mum. Mr. Speaker name they see when this Simon my funny say they are primary factors and I say primary causes are a DDC and a buyer and of course they are secondary causes are a DDC and so then a buy. Mr. Speaker, they be no more share no the secondary causes. But maybe I'll talk about the primary causes.
Okay.
A see then anka party moye government in waiting, the largest opposition party. Mutimiko tim krata say a sinu pise ye dear after vetting nomination of President Kufuor Ayeno. Yenko voted against the nomination because I was say this is an opportunity I presenting in home now you know abani then downsize the government. Is that the only issue? And I said the condition president Ghana na Mr. Speaker. It's no sa criteria no mo set here no and backfire. Of course, that majority caucus for us say and some discerning and independent minority, MPs are. And Mr. Speaker, these are the primary causes. So the secondary causes in the normal Kojiwe and the Ayomu say that is secondary. But the primary causes to the issue is that there are silent minority MPs within the party. In your course on your model. Mr. Speaker, what are some of the primary causes? Number one, BOT in a boss of Oswampofo.
Okay.
Na minority MPs ni be jitumu se mienu kwa esi den na yepesi ye Lucy Bako a make actually say be general general secretary owo experience kese power party ni mu ye nyina boni general. Of course we will not doubt the political competence ofusu di ne chairmanship ofusu experience party politics NDC no kese pa wo hwe ne track record from local government minister Arizia to national chairman. Na Bako said there be we di position na change na so konenim na you call na Bako aiden efrimu enti echitayefu edi honorable Ofosuampofu echi no aminua BOT studio ye ni spokesperson at the time no minority MPs ni bi also mu hu say Ofosuampofu nso no our minority MPs in parliament are supporting no and this pain.
Are you creating the impression say womom Ofosuampofu supporters in the voting in favor na?
No, me guy say send the omufiasem but these are the primary causes. So omu mpeo MPs ni bi sebe no omo kase enka yedi mienu no kwa there's no need to say Bako contest Bako position no one kicking everyone no money Lucy such a figure in the party and as I say Ofosuko abra photo ntimi nkasa yentene nka kwa BOT. So etino MPs ni bia no mo supporting no Eyomoya, what happened? Eyomoya, fast forward, Mr. Speaker.
Now, I want to chairman. BOT, there's only.
I said BOT, the Nepa panel. No, you yate. Senka chairman.
I'm not sure Mr. Chairman. See, I'm in the cracks.
Say me kasaba. We are messing with my recommendation.
Just 30 seconds.
Mr. Speaker, the back so ye send your music keke honorable Arena Idrisu. Any munta kamone, swing ankoye. So and these are deep cracks within the party and BOT here then something must be done about it. Whether the NDC like or they don't like, they need the support of former leader Haruna Idrisu.
I mean, wishing ACP Dr. Mrs. Phyllis Tebua Osei, Director, Counseling Unit, Ghana Police Service. A very big happy birthday to you, Madam. And God bless you so much, ACP. We celebrate you this morning. God bless you. Your lovely husband, Mr. Osei Kwejo.